Hey everybody, let's solve this solving for square roots problem. This is found on the online Google form quiz. This is number 6. And if you're having some trouble with this one, hopefully this video will help you out. When you're solving using square roots, your goal is to get the x squared term by itself, right? You want to isolate the x squared. We're not setting it equal to 0, but we're setting it equal to the x squared. In this scenario, though, it looks like we have an entire quantity squared. It's not just an x squared, but an x plus 1 squared. So just imagine this is like one big blob, and this entire blob we want to get by itself. Our goal is now to have this blob equal something. That's our goal. Just the same as if it were an x, but now it's this whole quantity squared. So isolate this quantity squared. So let's erase this stuff. And to get this x plus 1 squared by itself, first let's add 8 to both sides. This goes away. I get 4 times the quantity x plus 1 squared equals 16. Next step, I want to get this by itself, and it's being multiplied by 4. So let's divide both sides by 4. This cancels, and over on the left side I have x plus 1 squared equals 4. So right now I've gotten the thing that I want to isolate by itself. I've got the x plus 1 squared all by its lonesome here. So now we have to undo the square by square rooting both sides, and I mustn't forget the plus or minus over here. So once I square root the square, that's like the square root and the square cancel, and now look at what I have left. I have what is left inside. X plus 1 equals plus or minus, now I know what the square root of 4 is, that's 2. So at this point we can split this into two separate equations. Let's bring it back up top here. And this is like saying one solution is x plus 1 equals positive 2, and another solution would be x plus 1 is equal to negative 2. These are two separate solutions, and I have two solutions because of this plus or minus business here. So let's solve the one on the left first. I'm going to subtract 1. I get x equals 1. Done. Over on the right, I have minus 1. Now I get x equals negative 3. So my final solution set is x equals negative 3 and 1. And you could always check this, of course, by going to the graph here. I'm going to pull up a graph just so you can see what I'm talking about. So I'm going to pause it real quick and bring back a graph. All right, so I have my graphs all ready to go to show you. And what I did here is I graphed one side of the equation, the original equation, as one equation to graph, y equals this, and my right-hand side, y set equal to 8. And I'm looking for the intersection here, and I should see the intersection happen when x is equal to negative 3 and positive 1. So let's go to the graph. So my first equation, like I said, is the left-hand side of the original problem, and then the right-hand side of the original problem is my second line. And let's see where they intersect. Looks like one of them's at negative 3, 8. One of them's at 1, 8. So those are my solutions, and that's a good way to check to see that you are correct with your original problem. So I hope that helps, and good luck studying.